Yo, it's Urban Politicians TV. We out here today with Unc, the president of It Up Ridahs Trail Riding Club in Houston, Texas. Introduce yourself to the people, man. Tell them who you is, things like that.
Hey, well, my name is Cedric Robinson. I love this horse thing, man. Everybody out here call me Unc, man. That's what I'm known for, because I try to help out a lot of people and help out a lot of kids, you know, doing this trail ride thing. I'm originally from Houston, 5th Ward, Texas, to be exact, you know. Lions and Sackles, baby, you know, back in the day. I don't know, you know, I always liked the horses. You know, it was kind of in my family from my dad and them and stuff like that, but she was growing up in 5th Ward, man, I ain't do no horses, man, you know. It was,
Okay. So for the people that don't know, you know, because it's people that view this all over the world, a lot of people might not even know, like different cities, like might not understand, because what is trail riding?
Well, trail ride was basically created years ago, man. People been doing it for years. It's like, well, the people in the community, they come together, they bring like food, you know, you go like on they have a 7-day ride every year, and it's like camping. It gives you opportunity to teach the kids how to commune with other people. It's a family-oriented type of thing. But I mean, it's worldwide, man. Each time we do it.
Yeah. So, and I want to paint that picture for the people. If it's a trail ride going on, the whole city, how many people be out there? It'd be hundreds and thousands of people out there. They might shut down a major strip in the city.
Right.
You know, and it's mostly going on, I would say, in the black communities, right?
Right. Yeah. The other communities do it too, but you know, it's all over. You know, you can go to any side of Houston and somebody somewhere is giving a trail ride. Yeah.
And it's a big event. You, like you said, you're gonna see barbecue. Right. You're gonna see people hanging out. You might see some other stuff too.
Right.
You might see some drinking. You might see a couple arguments. Everything go on, but it's a good time for the people, man. The people get together. If you into the horses or that crowd or that lifestyle, man. So over here, you actually got your own barn and stuff.
Right.
So you would call this a barn where everything is at, all the horses, the setup. I mean, they can't see the whole setup on camera, but it's horses everywhere. You know, people around. Everyday activity. It's a lifestyle for you.
That's right. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. This is like would you call it a hobby?
Yeah, you can call it a hobby. I mean, it's for some people, like for me, it's relaxation. Sometimes to get away from the hustle and bustle of working every day, you know, it's nice to come and go somewhere where I can feed my animals and relax and chill. Kind of, you know, give you a little peace of mind, you know.
Yeah. So, you know, with doing that and doing the trail ride thing, you've also came through, and this is what we was gonna speak on for sure, and done things for the community here in the Greens Point area.
Right. Yes, we what the club. I'm the president of It Up Ridahs. What we do is we go to the old folks' homes and give out socks and towels and stuff, and you know, sit with them for a while, you know, because they need that. We go through the community to a lot of the low-income areas, the projects and stuff, and we ride through. And the reasoning behind that is because, man, a lot of these young kids, they don't know nothing about this. You know, all they see is what's on TV. You know what I'm saying? That one-eyed monster. So, you know, we try to show them a different side of life.
Yeah. And, you know, it's crazy now because, like, you know, people come from different cities, and I got to let them know that in Houston, man, in certain neighborhoods, you might see a horse going down the street on concrete.
Right.
And this is one of them neighborhoods. You got a lot of people with barns over here in this area. Acres Home, 5th Ward, Homestead, all on the south side, South Park. People got barns ducked off in the woods and stuff like that. And you might see, you know, early in the morning sometime, or every once in a while you might be driving through traffic and you might see somebody riding on the side of the road and the horse. So, you know, with you bringing the kids in, man, I want to tell you, you know, I got respect for that. You know, bringing the community and introducing them to something else, you know, that they might not would have ever seen before. You know, teach people some type of responsibility, because, you know, I do understand that maintaining and taking care of a barn and horses is work every day.
Right, it is.
So that kind of like takes it off. Okay, I got time to go do something positive and do something negative. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's real.
I mean, I've had kids come up to me, you know, when I'm somewhere else and go like, hey, you know, this guy, he scared me one day. He run up on me, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, mister, and he was reached his hand out, so I shook his hand, and he was like, you probably don't remember me, but when I was young, you know, my dad brought me to this barn, and I remember you letting me get on the horse and stuff like that. He said, man, that meant a lot to me, you know what I mean? It gives them, like we have, like in my club, we have guys that used to do the game banging and different stuff out here, and you know, when they've come, I've gotten them over here, and they got to fooling with the horses and stuff. We have old saying, say, if you buy your kid a horse, they ain't got enough money to spend on drugs, because you got to take care of it. They have to feed. Yeah. But I mean, you know, it helps a lot. That's what I like about it. You know, it really does.
So maintaining, say if I got one horse, let's educate the people a little bit.
All right.
Okay, if I got one horse, how much would I have to spend monthly on maintaining and making sure the horse is healthy?
Okay, well,
day to day, everything.
First, I'll say this: it depends on who you know in the business, because the thing is, a lot of times it doesn't really cost that much, because say if you got the land, you know, if you got the area where you can have your grass, then your horse can eat, and then it's less on your feed bill. As far as the horse's health, the main thing you really got to do is worming, cognitive shots, test. That's a test that the state says you have to have. Because they test their blood to make sure that, you know, the horses, you know, doesn't have any type of diseases or anything like that. But it's kind of like anything else. If you know what you're doing and around people who've done it for a while, it's really not that expensive, because you know the shortcuts and the different turns and things to do. But I would say roughly, the average horse will eat, say, a bale of hay. We'll go that way. Say a bale of hay is $10. Average horse will eat a bale of hay in 3 days. See, and so sacks of feed, they sell it all over different prices, but the average 100-pound sack is $20. You know, so that sack would probably last you, say maybe 8 days, one horse. So, you know, you calculate it all up, you're really not spending that much, you know, and depending on how many horses you have, you know. But if it's something that people go out and they spend money on stuff, you know what I'm saying, that they like. If it's something that you love, then it really, you know, it's not really an issue for it. What I like about this horse thing is that I watch a lot of these young kids come here that were scared, didn't even know nothing about a horse. But, you know, now I look at them and they're riding them, they're brushing them, and I mean, you know, I talk to a lot of parents, man, and they all tell me how their kids are improving in this and doing better with communicating, because it teaches you to love a big, large animal that needs you every day. You know, it's kind of like having a dog for your kids. You know, it teaches them how to love and care for something else, because they don't get that on TV, you know. They don't get that in the streets. All they see in the streets is guns and violence, you know.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. And you know, one thing I will say, I've rode by this street 100 times, 200 times, and you know, you don't pay attention to your surroundings all the time. And it's kind of ducked off the street a little bit. I did not know all this was back here. Like, for real, I did not know all this stuff was back here, man.
Right.
So that's crazy that you really got it going on back here, man. I like this setup a lot.
I appreciate it.
So let's talk about the you know, the news came out and talked to you. ABC 13, right? 11.
Yeah.
Channel 11 News came and talked to you. Let's talk about that.
Well, what it was, we had some guys came through, and we had a couple of horses got stolen, 3 exact. And I mean, I didn't call them. I guess, you know, they read the police reports and everything, and they came out to say, well, how did y'all get the horses back so fast? You know, like that, because we got them back the same day, within hours. But I mean, that's another thing about this horse thing. It's kind of close circuit. You know people. I've been doing this for probably 35 years, and it's like I know a lot of people. So it was during the rodeo time. So I called a friend of mine and I said, hey, look, be on the lookout. I got 3 horses missing. You know, and so, you know, make a long story short, we got some tips, and everybody say, hey, check this out, do this, that, and we rolled up on it.
So when y'all pulled up to get the horses, was there a confrontation just like, okay, now y'all got them?
Well, I followed some leads, me and another guy, a friend of mine, and we followed some leads, and we got blessed, I guess, because, you know, I mean, come on, finding a horse, that's like a needle in the haystack. So, you know, actually one of the first places we went to, there they were. Okay. And what I done, I just got out and confronted them, and I mean, you know, I'll put it like this here. We done what we had to do to get our horse.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get too deep into that. Yeah.
Right.
Man, that's crazy. That's the downside of everything, man.
And then actually, you know, I felt bad because for the guy. I mean, I have sons, and they were young guys, you know. And so I even, you know, they took him to jail or whatever. But I even, you know, told the DA called me. I told him, look, you know, they gave him probation. I said, man, have them come back to my place. You know, because I said, because the thing about me is, if they really knew what place they was in, they don't know. I helped these kids out here and do all that, so they could have walked through the front door, and I'd have gave them a horse to ride. Okay. You know, so you know, the thing is, they didn't know. See, that's an example of what I'm saying. That actually motivated me to push harder to get out here and show these kids that there's another way in life. True. You know, to do some things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, it ain't got to be horses. You know, I feel like it could be anything. You know, find something else that they like. Parents, they need to start teaching these kids, show them another way. Instead of just going to work every day, coming home, your kid's sitting there looking at TV. He's just going by what he admires or whatever. So he's really not, he's missing out on life, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. That's deep. And I got a lot of respect for that and everything you're doing over here, man.
Appreciate it.
Step It Up Riders Trail Riding Club. Hey. Y'all make sure y'all get with them. Any questions, man? Gonna put this on your Facebook, right?
Sure.
Your Facebook, put it out there for the people. If y'all want to be part of the club, give back to the community.
That's right.
Kick it with the fans. You want to go to a trail ride, get in touch with them. Holler at put some in the comments on the YouTube, on the page. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You got more coming. Step It Up Riders, man.
That's it. Step It Up Riders.